Ahoy, pirates! Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Nerio and Jasmine because today we're going to talk about captains. In this tutorial, we'll see how to create the perfect orange captain for all missions, but first, let's take a look at the whole Captains League system. Here we are at sea. At the top, with the helm, we find the dedicated tab. It immediately opens the screen where you can rent captains and access missions. You can see all of them active here, but in reality, the first one is free, and the others can be rented for 7 days at a time. In the second tab, we find all our captains and all their perks, that is, all the abilities that captains can have. On the left, there's the list of all our captains present on the ship, which we can send to do Farming Simulator. On the right, there are the outfits. You don't see them at the moment. Just click on the captain to see all the outfits they can wear or the ones we have in the warehouse. Outfits are divided into hat and shirt, weapons, and amulet. In the third tab, only high-level captains are present, meaning orange and purple ones, because only high-level captains can learn maneuvers, which we'll see later. In the fourth tab, there are the outfits and items to equip our captains with, and the system to level them up. Their level depends on their color, which we'll cover shortly. In the last tab, there are the captain's chests, which contain captains and their equipment, as well as special items and the main currency of this system, the escudos. The colored square indicates that in that chest, we could directly find captains and equipment of green level, which is the second level. To open a captain's chest, simply click on it and select Open. On the right, in the C area, everything we obtained and the image of the captain will appear. Chests can be obtained in various ways, from packs, events, missions, seasons, and many other methods. There are different types of chests. The best are the Royal Captain chests, but dragon chests are also very useful, especially because they provide dragon amulets, which are helpful for levels 51 to 55. The last chest at the bottom right is exclusive to Black Friday, and so far, only 2 captains can be obtained from it. Now, let's continue by opening some chests and then see how to proceed with upgrading. I opened all the Royal and Dragon chests. After that, the game started to lag because of all the captains I had, so I stopped. These are the captains I found. Many are already green, and some are base level. The big question is, how do you choose the best captain? To make sure the captain you pick can complete any mission, even orange level ones, it's important to look at the captain's stats, especially vitality. My advice is to always choose a base level captain at level 1 with vitality of 93 or higher. For this reason, we go through captains one by one to check their stats. For this tutorial, I'll choose a captain with 95 vitality, hoping to also get good reputation and luck. Specifically, why are we looking for a captain with these stats? What do they affect? Reputation, luck, and vitality influence the outcome of the missions a captain can complete and also certain aspects of high-level captain maneuvers. In particular, reputation increases guaranteed rewards by a certain percentage, and luck increases the chances of obtaining items not guaranteed by missions. It's good to know that the number of items you can get from a mission depends on how many perks the captain has corresponding to that mission. Vitality, on the other hand, is basically the captain's energy. Each mission requires a different amount of energy depending on its level, and this is why a base vitality of at least 93 is needed to reach the maximum required, which is 1,300 at the highest level. The influence of these 3 stats on maneuvers mainly affects maneuver cooldowns, but we'll talk about that later. I found the captain I was looking for. This Marley, with 95 vitality, 8 reputation, and 5 luck, is an excellent captain. Now let's see how to upgrade him and what levels exist. Captains are divided by type. Outcast are base level captains with no color, harmless are green captains, dangerous are blue, elite are purple, and epic are orange. Each color has 10 levels that the captain must complete. For example, an outcast captain must go from level 1 to level 10 before becoming harmless. This happens for all colors, so we can say that each captain takes 50 levels to go from base to fully epic. There are several ways to gain experience. Since we have many captains, we can use the experience of weaker, less useful captains to boost our chosen captain. We select our captain and then click Upgrade. Now it asks us to select a second captain. We choose one without skills and click Upgrade. Optionally, we can use the tools on the right to increase the chance of transferring experience or perks. Doing this transfers the experience of the sacrificed captain to our Marley. Suppose we want to assign a perk to our captain, who currently has none. We select as the second captain one with the perk we want. There's a 10% chance that, in addition to experience, the perk will also transfer. With certain items, we can increase this chance. It's important to remember that a colorless captain has 2 perk slots, and each color promotion unlocks an extra slot. We successfully transferred the first perk. But which perks are the most useful? They are divided into 3 categories based on purpose. There are 3 cartographer perks that provide different bonus maps, 8 perks that allow daily missions in different nautical regions, and 14 other mission-related perks. Each of these 14 allows missions that reward different items. For example, the Destroyer perk we just transferred to our captain gives the chance to earn bonus maps. There is no right or wrong perk, it depends on what you want from missions. My advice is to assign a cartographer role to your captain because this allows him to gain experience faster and more efficiently. So, let's find a cartographer captain to assign this skill to our captain. Here he is. We apply the item to increase the chance and click Upgrade. It didn't work, so we find another cartographer and repeat the action. Here we go. Our captain now has 2 excellent perks. Next, we need to get him to level 10, which we'll do by sacrificing other captains. Optionally, we could also send him on bonus map missions for free. Once we reach level 10, we need to promote him. A captain must be fully equipped with items of his current level to be promoted. We find some colorless outfits and equip him. The bonus doesn't matter because these items will be lost upon promotion. Now we click Promote. We are asked for a sphere, in this case, harmless, along with escudos and other items listed here. Once the requirements are met, we promote him, and here we have a green captain with an extra slot. We assign him another perk. As you can see, the probability isn't very high, but in this case, we have so many captains that it's not a problem. Here we go. Our captain is now also a navigator. The actions remain the same. We sacrifice other captains to reach level 10 and then promote him to blue. As before, we equip him with outfits of his color, green, in this case, and then promote him using a dangerous sphere. I think the system is clear, though fairly repetitive. Let's now see how to obtain outfits and items higher than green, in particular perfect orange grade items. By going to the 4th tab, Equipment, we can start forging our gear. On the left, we find all the items we own, divided into categories. They are ordered from the rarest to the most basic. To forge items, simply click one item on the left and then another item on the right. By combining them, you'll get for possible random outcomes. Roll, the item doesn't increase in level but gets different stats. Downgrade, the item drops 1 level. Upgrade, the item increases 1 level. Change, the item changes its bonuses but keeps the same type and level. It's easy to understand that only in the case of an upgrade do you get an actual improvement of the item. This chance increases if sharp blades are active. Additionally, you can further increase the success probability by using specific items. Given the huge number of colorless and green items, what I usually do is mechanically fuse them without worrying too much about the outcome. With all these items, I'm guaranteed to get a decent number of blue items. Since I opened around 350 of the best captain chests, I'm mathematically certain I'll also end up with a good number of purple items. Here we are with all the forged gear. The process is quite tedious because you have to click one item at a time. It took me almost 2 hours to get all these purple items. It's important not to consume all lower color items, because if in the future we want to upgrade a new captain, we'll need gear of every color. Now that we have all items at elite level, purple, it's important to pay attention to how we fuse them in order to obtain the desired bonus. The bonus I'm most interested in is vitality, because we need at least 3 perfect items with high vitality to reach the 1,300 points we talked about earlier. To obtain an orange item with vitality higher than 30%, we select one item with a high vitality percentage and a second item also with high vitality. Then we apply a tool to increase the success probability. We repeat the same process in all categories, trying to create several orange items with high vitality. With some patience and a decent number of purple items, it's fairly easy to obtain the desired orange item. Much harder, however, is obtaining an amulet with vitality. It's extremely rare. What we can do is use the chaotic catalyst, which allows us to fuse 2 items and randomly transform them into another type of item. In this lucky case, by fusing 2 hats we manage to obtain an amulet with a vitality percentage. It's not necessary for the amulet to have an extremely high percentage. Now let's go back to our Marley, who in the meantime has been maxed out at orange level 10, which is the highest possible level. We select gear with high vitality and see how far we can go. The items we forged are so good that he has reached over 1,400 vitality. Of course, you could also choose some items with slightly lower vitality but higher values in other stats. It really depends on your preferences and how you plan to use the captain.
The Captain's League is essential, especially because it allows you to complete missions and obtain rare and unique rewards. Having multiple high-level captains lets you complete more missions per day, helping you work around the problem of vitality decreasing after each mission. Let's say we want to assign a cartographer to complete a Sagittarius bonus map. In the list on the left, we can see all available bonus maps and select Sagittarius. If we want, we can also select the desired perk directly, so we only see the maps that specific captain can complete. On the right, the perk and the captains capable of completing that mission will be highlighted. Once selected, we can see that the captain's vitality is higher than the required risk, so we can start the mission. The captain will take some time to complete the map, but if you let it run, it will be completed completely free of charge. If you prefer, you can speed up the process using the dedicated bar by spending some resources. As you can see, the time is significantly reduced. Now let's assume we want to send a second captain on a mission. We click on Assign Task again, and this time select a daily mission. Here as well, we can filter by perk and assign one of the suitable captains. The items contained in these missions are the same ones you would obtain by completing the quest manually at sea. Now let's assign a special reward mission in a third slot. Missions are divided by color. Orange ones are obviously the most difficult and the most rewarding. The captain's vitality is crucial, since each mission requires a different amount of vitality depending on its level. We select our captain with over 400 vitality and notice that he cannot currently complete missions with a risk higher than his current vitality. So we choose a mission that could reward us with a Gemini map. We can either wait for the captain to complete the mission or speed it up. As before, we can reduce the remaining time or instantly complete the mission. In this case, we click on Complete Now. We will pay the required resources, but the mission will be finished immediately. Now we can click Claim Loot, and in this case we only receive the guaranteed rewards. With some luck, we could also obtain cannon extensions, maps, and many other rarer resources. Once the mission is completed, the captain takes 1 minute to return to base. During this time, he cannot be used and will appear grayed out. Now let's look at some important information to keep in mind. Regarding bonus maps, cartographer captains can only complete full maps. For example, if you manually started a Cancer map and reached Wave 5, that specific map cannot be completed by a captain. Captains cannot complete 2 identical maps at the same time, but they can complete different maps simultaneously. This means you can send up to 4 cartographer captains to complete 4 different maps, which is especially useful during the season. To instantly complete a bonus map, you need a specific item obtained from daily missions. Personally, I do not recommend this practice. Keep in mind that completing bonus maps with captains reduces the base rewards of the map by 10%. Daily missions and general missions reset every day at 12 o'clock. Missions are random, so each day you may receive different ones. It is not possible to repeat the same mission multiple times within the same day. Captain's missions continue even if you exit the game.
Another fundamental aspect of captains is the ability to use maneuvers. These are a type of special skill, similar to master skills. Let's see how to assign them to a captain and how to use them. Let's go to the Recruitment tab. Here we can see that only high-level captains are available, the orange and purple ones. We select our Captain Marley and, by paying some resources, we can click on Welcome Aboard. He will be assigned a random maneuver from the 8 available. He obtained the Shields Up maneuver, and I'm very happy because it's my favorite. If you have multiple captains, it's fairly easy to obtain most of the maneuvers. The 8 maneuvers are useful in different ways. The most commonly used ones are Reinforcing Anchor, mainly in PvP, because it significantly reduces incoming damage for a certain period of time. Voodoo Storm, widely used in PvE to attack multiple NPCs at once by taking advantage of your voodoo damage. It may eventually be nerfed due to heavy usage by bot users. Adrenaline Rush, which is useful thanks to its speed boost that allows you to cross a map in just a few seconds. My personal favorite remains Shields Up, which grants absolute immunity to the first 3 hits received. It's very useful in PvE against certain event bosses that deal occasional heavy damage, and also in the Rift map. It's less effective in PvP, since any type of damage consumes one of the 3 shields. That means even a volley of 12 rockets or damage over time effects from certain ammunition can quickly remove the shield charges. Now let's activate Commander Marley in place of the previous commander who had the same ability. Simply click on Recruit. You can change your captain at any time for free. The only downside is that the maneuver's charge percentage will reset. From the Captain's Upgrade tab, you can also change the maneuver assigned to a specific captain. Select the item that allows a random maneuver change and choose any captain to sacrifice. By clicking Upgrade, the maneuver will be changed. I won't do it now because I'm happy with this one. However, it's advisable to have multiple captains with different maneuvers, at least the ones you're interested in. We've now moved to an empty map for demonstration purposes. You can see that the Shields Up maneuver icon is fully charged at 100%. It works exactly like Master Skills. Once it reaches 100%, you simply click on it to activate it. You can immediately see that the first 3 hits taken deal 0 damage. After activation, the ability starts recharging immediately. In this case, it recharges by 1% for each instance of voodoo damage received, regardless of the amount of damage dealt. Different maneuvers recharge in different ways. You can find the detailed mechanics on the forums.
This is more or less how the Captain's League works. On Seafight's official YouTube channel, an update, or rather an expansion, of this system has been announced. A few days ago, players were already encouraged to upgrade their captains in preparation for this update. I hope this guide was helpful. Let me know in the comments how many orange captains you have and what your favorite maneuver is. See you soon.